It's FlyDay, and here at HM Channel, well, have a dibble at this dabbler. I've picked one fly out of what I call the range, the Dabbler's Delight. Now, a lot of anglers out there think dabblers or traditional loch style fishing, Ireland, Scotland, and yeah, they work phenomenally well over there, but they work really, really well in the waters in the UK as well. Not just for wild fish, but I'm talking for stockfish as well. A classic way of fishing them is fishing to start with, places like Brennig, North Wales. I've fished it on Rutland, and what you do is you fish them on a sinking line. Now, mostly people fish dabblers on a floating line, but what I would do is gink them up and fish them on intermediate or maybe a die 3. And what will happen is when you cast out, they will float for a while until the fly line pulls them under. And then you stroke them back, just retrieving, mixing the retrieve up. So it's a beauty because one, it'll support it up there, it'll stay up as a dry fly, and then it goes underneath as a traditional wet fly, and then you can bob them back as soon as you bring them back to the boat. And nowadays, obviously, with as materials change and as they improve, and that's when, you know, patterns change, and this is what's happened exactly with this. This is a Claret dabbler, but with straggle frits, and straggle frits is just a very, very sparsely piece of material, and some people use it just as hackle, but then you can use it in the body, and it's really, as the name suggests, it's really straggly. And as you're pulling it through the water, all these individual bits of frits, they just move around, as opposed to the very, very densely packed frits. Then, you know, that is quite a solid block of material being pulled through the water. This one, as you can see, very spiky, straggly, and as you're pulling it through, there's a lot of movement under the water. So that's the straggle bit. And then the dabbler bit, well, in the traditional way, they'd put a hackle on it, normally a ginger hackle, and then they would put the bronze mallard, but I'm just going to put this on because that fritz works as a hackle. Now, just straighten that out. We'll have a look. We want it as a cloaking effect. Now, there's sometimes if you wanted to tie these, you can actually tie it in reverse. Before you even put the bodies, tie it in that way and fold it back. I'm just doing a quicker way, really. What I'm going to do is, I'm thinking, right, let's have a look. I want it about that length. I'm just going to cloak it over, and then very, very loosely with the silk, just hold it, and then complete turn with the silk, then pull. And then that spreads around the whole pattern. So it's a simple way. Rather than having it back and folding it over, you just do that, complete turn, and then pull tight. And as you see, just cloaks the whole thing over. And then just cut off all these bits poking over the front. It's a quick way to do the dabbler. It's an easy way. And I always prefer the quickest way, because the less time you spend on the vise, the more time you spend fishing. So with these dabblers, don't think of them just as traditional loch style fishing. They are great in a team of 3 flies. They are fantastic as a middle or a top dropper fly. And if you want the best out of them, gink them up. Let them float on the surface for a while, and then as the fly line pulls them under, then fish them back, and then bob them through the surface. As you can see, they will push a lot of water and they'll attract a lot of fish. So just check them out. It's the Dabbler's Delight selection on my website. You dibble a dabble a dibble double double double. Dib 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 dob dob dob. Join the scouts.